Welcome to the stream. I'm EDDF Toxic. I need a drink of water already. Today is September 18th, 2019. It's a Wednesday, so it's a 2-hour track challenge premiere stream. And then after I do the 2-hour track challenge premiere, I'll do a little bit of work. And I think actually tonight is when I planned on working on my Twitch panels. So I'm just gonna set up a couple things here for the premiere, because I am running a little bit late tonight, and I didn't quite get some of the stuff open, so I'm just gonna do that right now. That's fine. Hydrate again. Okay, I am also gonna do a little bit different. Try something a little bit different with the premiere tonight. Just a tiny little bit. Just kind of working on trying to get it perfect how I want it, sort of thing. Is this thing still loading? I think it is. I realized I never actually checked that I set up my stream right, but it looks like I did, so that's good. Yeah. Why does it look like my mic volume is so low? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that seemed kind of quiet, doesn't it? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Ah. Maybe I'm just talking quiet today. Because that's all set to what it normally is. I don't know. Ah. I also need my earbuds before we can start this. In case you didn't notice, the starting now soon screen is new. Over the weekend, I did a little bit of work on my stream setup to make my camera in here properly, and a whole bunch of other things. Let me just see here. How do I? Oh, not there. Blah blah blah, blah blah. That sounds right to me. Let's see what you hear. Wait, I can't. It doesn't work like that. Never mind. Blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. That's what I was trying to click. Said I got a little bit of a echo there because I just shot it straight out these speakers. That was not what I meant to do. But anyways, yeah, that sounds right to me. So. Maybe I'll wake up a little bit. Alright, so everything should be set up. Looks like you can hear that alright. That was last week's track. Just turn it down a little bit because I think this week is a little bit excessively loud again. Let me switch over to the proper scene here. So September 5th. Yeah. Water. My camera seems so washed out on this side. Probably because that's where the light is. Start recording. Audio sync. I noticed when I was editing the video last time that the audio was a little bit out of sync, so let's just do that. Welcome to the 2-Hour Track Challenge premiere for September 5th, 2019. Every week I like to find a couple hours to make a little piece of music, see what I can come up with in this time limit of 2 hours. And it's my chance to experiment with styles and instruments that I don't normally get to play with. So I have a lot of fun doing that. But sometimes it comes out with cool results, so I like to share that with the world a couple weeks later. First on this live premiere. This is the first time I really share the song, and then I'll put it up on YouTube for Saturday as well, after I make sure that I have a title and everything. So why don't we start off by, I'll just play the track. kind of a weird one, isn't it? At this point, I usually like to take a look back at how I actually made the track, and sort of give the story of how the song came to be. And this one was actually shortly before I started my timer. I suddenly remembered a dream that I had the night before. In this dream, I was in a music store, and I walked to a counter, and there was like I think there were a couple guitars and a violin hanging over the counter. Except the violin had like a handle that was for like a handsaw. And it was quite a ways up there, so I kind of had to push and swing it to get it to fall off the rack. Just kind of a rod, and then I don't know how to play violin, but I pulled it down, and I decided I'd try, and I actually managed to properly play it, which quite impressed me, and it made me kind of happy. And at first I was just sort of doing some longer notes, and then I did some more pizzicato stuff, which somehow is still using the bow. I don't think that's right. Like I said, I don't play violin, but but then in the dream, I decided to buy the violin, brought it home. It worked for a little while longer, and then it just stopped working, and I determined this was because the bow was out of rosin. So, dream logic there. But then my alarm went off. The alarm that I have beside my bed plays a really weird selection of music sometimes. This particular day, it was playing some bluegrass. So that's sort of the idea that really went into this song. This is the project here. So let me make sure the sound's coming through here. So I started off the song with this walking track here. Yeah. And that's essentially supposed to be like me walking towards the counter where I found the violin originally. These samples are actually from the Ben Burns versus Micah Watson sound pack, I think. It's just like some clicks that were in there. I put an EQ in there I made it sound a little bit more like footsteps. And then there's the grabbing the violin here, which is another Ben Burns sample pack. It's actually that sound there, layered with that sound there. And those are from the Get Wood pack. And so I use that sound to make it sound like, I'm trying to swing a violin with a handle like that off of a rod. I don't know how else to make that sound, but I think that's accurate enough. So yeah, that's how that starts off. On the violin track here, I started with just a bar of just this one note. It doesn't actually make any sound. All it does is it tells Symphony Series once contact loads. Load contact. It tells Symphony Series to use the legato articulation. So that would be C0 there. Don't need you that loud while I'm talking about you. So yeah, anyway, so it just does this melody using the legato articulation for a while. And then there's this here, which is a different note that tells Symphony Series to use pizzicato. Which we'll see that switch in just a second here. Watch here. There it goes switching, so that was G0. And then it does some of that stuff. You also notice the compressor actually turned on at that point too. Because it really didn't need a compressor when I was doing the legato stuff, but for the pizzicato stuff, it sounded better if it needed a compressor. I also wanted to do this all just for the sake of, sake of something. I wanted all the violin stuff to be on this one track. At this point coming up here, we have this more strings that kind of comes in here. And I really like this. I put these in to make it give it this feel of, you know, I'm happy that I'm actually managing to play this violin that I never thought I'd be able to play. And this is again from Symphony Series. It's the cellos doing legato, and the bass is an ensemble. Again doing legato. It's just a bunch of chords. Let's give it a little bit of extra. Eventually the violin itself stops, so that would be when I'm decided to buy the violin and taking it home. Or I guess actually that would probably be when the violin stops working. And I'm still kind of trying to figure it out, but the more string still goes on. Just to say that it's not silent, it's not the end of the song yet. Or I guess there's still hope that I can figure out how to play this violin even though it's not working anymore, and then give up hope right here. I think is actually where the story I was kind of trying to go in for there. And then I guess try again for a bit. Figure out that the problem is that there's no rosin on the bow. That actually makes no sense. Pretty sure that makes no sense. But yeah. And then I think this just sort of ends suddenly, audio-wise. Not quite as suddenly as I remember. It does kind of ring out. But then at this point is where it really starts to get more bluegrass. So this would be when the alarm woke me up. This takes a little bit to fade in. There was a bit of a fade in at the beginning too, by the way. Just a tiny little bit of a fade in, so it's not just suddenly a loud footsteps. So anyways, this bluegrass part here, it starts off rather quiet, and trying to switch this over. Was kind of interesting. I don't use sends very often, but I did use that here. I didn't end up using it to its fullest organizational extent that I planned to. But it has this violin track again. It's that same violin track of the violin that I was playing earlier. Like I said earlier, I wanted to see if I could put all the violin stuff on one track. I switched it back to legato here, so that Symphony Series knows to use the legato articulation. And if I just solo that, can I? No, I can't. It's just a bunch of strange little melody that I put together on the keyboard. I wanted it to be very fast. I think actually the tempo changes. Yeah, the tempo starts off at 100 in the first part, and then right about here it goes to 140. So definitely a pickup in the tempo. But also when I was playing this on the keyboard, I was pressing the pitch bend quite a bit to make the violin really seem like it's sliding, more of a fiddle style playing. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Most of the time it didn't, actually. But like I said, this is my chance to experiment. And I put all this on top of an upright bass, which I haven't used this in a while, but this is the upright bass from Factory Selection. or factory library. Yeah, factory library, which is one of the basic Kontakt libraries. It's a great upright bass. And it's just doing a really quick 1-5-1-5-1-5-1-5-1-5-1-5-1-5 sort of thing with a little bit of a turn around in the middle there to switch chords or switch basses. And it just loops that. I wrote this very much in a hurry because, you know, time limits and all. And then that is also on top of the drums, which actually that's a bit of a different drum rhythm. The drums are from Easy Drummer. Of course it is, knowing me. This is the traditional country basic Rogers kit. And it's mostly this chorus thing here, although there is a bit of a bridge there, just to give some variation. And then I'll go back to the chorus. And there was also that intro there, which, what is that, 79? So you can barely even hear that. Because that's when it's still fading in. So for this fade in, this was a little bit tricky to do. I did also want to put a banjo in here, but then I couldn't find my banjo. I couldn't get my banjo working. And also I was just running out of time, and I know I'd have the same problem trying to put the banjo in as I did with putting the violin in. So I kept the track there just for the sake of it, but the banjo never made it. But anyway, so yeah, so the way this fade-in works is, we got this violin track here, which is part of the first part of the song and also part of the second part of the song. The final part of the song, sorry. And it actually goes through these returns, which I don't use returns very often, and when I do, it's probably not in a standard way. So the violin track goes through sends only. It doesn't go to master. And I just had it set so that during using automation, during the dream section, see, that sounds really weird if you don't trigger the pizzicato thing before you play apart this pizzicato, which is part of the reason I tend to not use that little trick, and I tend to create a different track for each of the articulations that I want to use when I'm doing Symphony Series. That's what it's supposed to sound like. So yeah, we got this here, and this is send B, which is labeled as dream, and it is set to 0. So it's going to be all going to send B, which is currently set to 0, which is essentially just normal volume. At this point here, or somewhere, let me find it. Right here, the automation tells that to go to 0. So the violin sound will not be going to send B anymore. However, the automation on the send A, which is bluegrass, it's colored blue for clever reasons, slowly fades in, and it's at a different rate. These do it as well. Show automation. Actually, it doesn't. I remember what I did. It's these are the drums in the upright bass. Those are set to send to sends only instead of just master, like usual. And it's set to not send to dream, but always send to bluegrass. So that means that it, the automation is actually here. So there's that slow fade in just on the bluegrass. So everything that goes through bluegrass and the bluegrass return only will get that fade in, which means that these more strings don't get that fade in, because they're still ringing out here, remember. So like when I play that, once this stops, it still has that tiny little bit of ringing out at the end, just kind of as the sound fades away. That is not affected by the bluegrass fading in. Whereas if I were to put this fade in on master, that would have just cut off. So that's why I have these go through their own return and then fade that return in. But then it also made it tricky because this violin also needs to basically switch returns. So it needs to go from sending out to Dream, which just goes straight to master essentially now that I look at it, to instead going through Bluegrass, which is currently fading in. And the violin, of course, also fades in on its own. So it's got sort of a double layered fade in, but I think that worked out well because I think it was fading in too fast when I if I didn't have this fade in there, if I just had this like that, I think that faded in too fast with everything. Yeah, because you can hear that long before anything else, which is not what I wanted. So that's why I have the fade in there as well. So it fades in at somewhat the same rate. It's a silly way of doing that, but it worked. Yeah, so there's that switch between bluegrass or Dream and Bluegrass section, and then for the ending, it just does it very suddenly. So you know the violin or the fiddle, I guess we'd call it at this point, just does this one single note that it's just very. It doesn't feel like an ending note. It's just very abrupt. The upright bass again doesn't feel like an ending note. It's, you know, when it's doing 1-5 1-5 1-5 1-5, it just has that one and it's just very quick. Like it feels like there should be a 5 here, but it abruptly ends instead. And the drums, I think it's the same thing again. Let's see if I can pull up what that is. So it's that ride cymbal there. That might have even been mute hit. Yeah, it's a mute hit. So hit it and then just grab it. So that's an easy way to do an abrupt ending. But before that, it was just doing the normal rhythm, and I guess that normal rhythm had the ride cymbal too, so it doesn't feel that out of place either. So yeah, just abrupt ending there, and then on the master, there's probably a fade out. Yeah, it's an abrupt ending, but there's still just a little tiny fade out just to make sure that there's no sounds for sure ringing out. Because I really don't like sounds ringing out when a song ends, especially a song like this. Yeah, so this needs a title. And I have a title idea written down. Actually, 2 of them. One of them kind of spawned from the other one. The Magical Sawbow is the title that I'm thinking about. The Magical Sawbow, Baw, and that's just because, you know, it's somewhat of a saw, but it's a violin. I think the neck was even wide like a saw, and it's magical because I somehow can play it, and also as soon as the bow just stops working as soon as it runs out of rosin, which makes no sense, but that's magical. The other idea that I had written down, the original one that I wrote down, was the Magical Violin Bow, which just sounds too boring. The Magical Sawbow makes less sense, so that's why I like that one better. So I think I'm gonna go with that. So this is 905. Yeah, and then I can make up a quick video for that so that I can get this up on YouTube. With that command right there. And beyond that, that's I guess that's about it for the premiere for this week. So I also did a track on September 12th. This is new, and it's a song that kind of glides between two universes in a way. Very weird idea. But if you want to hear that before it hits YouTube, that'll be premiering on September 25th, 2019 at twitch.tv/addf_toxic. I am really bad at actually looking at that camera. Yeah. I'm going to refill my water because holy crap. My throat is dry. Okay. Wait, shit. Everything's new here. What do I do? That thing there. Since I'm done the premiere, I'm also gonna switch this over. Might as well turn on some music now. I look at my CD shelf back there, and there's so much music on there. I'd love to play some, but there's just only certain things that I really should be playing on stream. I only have a few things really in there. But I should probably go get some more, but I haven't yet. Part of that is also because I'm trying to set something up so that I can actually randomize the whole collection, which some of the stuff I'd rather randomize, whereas stuff like this I'm cool with playing a whole album at once. I actually quite enjoy playing a whole album like this at once. I have no idea why that was turned up so loud. Might as well let the cats. Yeah, so just a couple more things with the song that I'm going to do here, and then I'll switch to the other work that I was going to do. Shake away the cloudy sky. Some of the stuff I used to do on stream, or during the premiere, but I don't feel it's exactly necessary. I don't want it. Don't think I want it. It just seems like it's too long for that format that I'm kind of going for with the video. There's a cat at my feet. I don't normally let them down here, especially alone, just because there's so much trouble they can get into down here. But if I can keep an eye on them, then it's okay, sort of thing. I figure I might as well let them down here while I'm working on whatever, and then maybe there'll be cat cam as well. One of them's on the chair. What did I call this? Magical Sabo? First they get to sniff everything, see what's new. Cause, you know, it's been so long since they've been down here. Right, I should take a screenshot of this project. I don't know if I can actually grab that one. And actually, I could probably hide this now. Then I can actually see things on the screen. I definitely want that. Yeah, that should do. Kind of try to get a screenshot of everything that I can. Also, I didn't hear that. I thought that I was supposed to hear sound for that. I might have something set up wrong. I think Taryn's gonna come up here. To the fire, and I will sing your cares away. Move that over a little bit. Doesn't matter all that much, but you know, do the best I can anyway. So save that, close that, close that. Alrighty, and I was gonna check if I have everything routed properly. Where are you going? You are apparently getting over here, so just weird that I don't hear it. Come on. Computer. Cat's trying to climb the record player. Yeah, apparently it's coming through my speakers, I just don't hear it. Do I need this anymore? I don't think so. Oh, I should put the name here. The Magical Sabo. Oh yeah, that's new for them. Shut down. No sound. I try not to be, but I'm paranoid. Whenever the cats are down here. Oh, there she is. Right, close that. I don't need this because I'm playing music from the other source. That thing closed already. Let me pull this over here. Oh, before I forget again. I want to take a just do a quick edit of that premiere that I just recorded. The street you're on your feet. Footage. Just to cut out any dead space. Put a little fade in. Put a little fade out. And then I can upload it to YouTube separately rather than using a Twitch highlight, because there are just a couple small problems that I had with doing a Twitch highlight. So that's why I decided to start recording it separately. Plus, I also fixed my computer so that it does record separately. This is 720. I stream at 720, unfortunately. I should, now that I have fiber, I can, maybe I should try a sharp stream it at 1080p. Hey, get out of there. With no sound. FFmpeg encoding. Calmly walk away. Yeah, it is okay. Then I just need to do that. Cat's on the keyboard. And then I can just take oops. 905 video. Oh no, Premiere. What are you doing? Oh, right. Unless that's not how you get in. It won't shine. Yeah, she's in the window. That's what I want there, and here I want this. Actually, let me just move that up. Let me add a color for 60 frames, 1 second. Audio sync. Sync. Yeah, I can't hear this again. Oh, that's the wrong ear. Sync up the audio. Which actually, I guess I could just sync it up with that. How do I... There we go, now I can hear the music from my earbuds. A little bit off. Audio sync. Audio sync. Audio sync. Except for some reason it's just like frozen. That's weird. Audio sync. I think it's actually pretty accurate this time. Let's see when my hands actually come together. There. According to the video. I think that's fine. I noticed when I was editing the video last time, the audio was a little bit out of sync. Let's just do that. Where do I actually start? Here? Welcome to the 2 hour. Yep. So I'll take that point. Go back 60 frames from there. Cut. Snap that there. Snap, please. Thank you. Do a quick cross. See if there's any large white space like that. Just play the track. Oh, wait. No, that's actually starting the track. Oh, now there's 2 songs at once here. That's still the track. That's still the track. That's probably a voice. Oh, no, that's the bluegrass part. Right, my voice is all bumpy like that. Kind of a weird one, isn't it? At this point, I usually like to take, this one walking towards, I feel like there was a big gap somewhere, and I just don't remember where. Contact loads. Over. Oh, what contact? Right. Symphony series. Once contact loads. Load contact. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut that out. That's the kind of thing that, like, for stream, it's a bit more of a we're just hanging out while I'm recording this video sort of thing. And but for a video, whoops, symphony series, I'd rather that gap not be there. Once contact loads. Load contact. It's just kind of more, kind of a more annoying in a final video sort of thing. So I'll just cut that out. I think the. What are you doing? Going out? I don't know. Cat was acting like she's stuck in the curtain. Now she's just staring at me. Alright, so let's see how this sounds. Symphony series. Symphony series to use the legato. My head jumped a little bit, but not too bad. Which we'll see that. Cat came out. Let's switch this over. Maybe I'll even cut that out. Looks like a long drink of water. I was kind of interested. I don't use sends very often, but I was kind of interested. Who just... Oh, she jumped on the desk. I thought she headbutted the desk. It shook so hard. And trying to switch this over... I was kind of interested. I don't use sends very often, but and trying to switch this over was kind of interesting. I don't use. Yeah, that works. I'm good with that. And that's probably it. That was me trying to figure things out. Very weird idea, but if you want to hear that before it hits YouTube, that will be premiering on September 25th, 2019. Hello. At twitch.tv/addf_toxic. Right, so here, Cat's gonna send a message to y'all or something. You don't fit there. She's trying anyway. ADF_toxic. Oh wait, no, don't cut that. Plus 60 that. Actually, before I plus 60. Let's just add the color. And that will be for 60 seconds. And then... Well, plus 59 now, because I just added one anyway. Plus 59. And that's where I'm going to end these. Don't sniff the whiteboard. You never know what the cats are actually gonna do. Like, you can say they'll be good, but they're so curious about everything. You just wouldn't expect it. Please don't go on those. I know my desk is a mess and I need to clean it. Come here. She just wants to see everything right now. I also want to, just real quick, set the volume on this. Whoops. Just give a little fade in. Even though I don't think there's any sound there. Just to make sure. Nope, not that. No. Darren, off please. Darren. Get off the electronics. I'll put these away now again. Still works. I was trying to do a fade out before that happened. Nope. Nope. That's fragile. That's where I'm like, I want to trust them, but there's just so much down here that is just too fragile to trust them with, especially how curious they are. Right, end the video here. 92222. Set that to say full screen. Yes. It looks so weird at 720. Because I'm so used to that being 1080p. Anyways, let's minimize that and switch my stream category. One way all of time. Art, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just go with that. And I'll add an AMA as well. So I need to clean my desk, but I also need to clean my floor too, because like this came from outside. It's like from a pine tree or something. Maybe a spruce tree. I get them mixed up all the time. I don't know why it's down here. Come and see my face. So normally I'd be doing a 2-hour album challenge site stuff at this point. But I want to do something a little different here. I just not play my own stream. This stuff down here, I still like these. But this here, you know, I've always had some problems with it. It was kind of an experiment to do this whole thing where there's a, you have two of these side by side, and whichever one, this point connects it with one of these two. But it's still, at first glance, it's hard to see what is what. But also, I'm just, I want to kind of change the way I present that information. Is one of the things that I want to do today. I also want to... Can't really see her, my camera's too high up. I also want to add an about me sort of thing. Yeah, no. No, no. No,
chimes, the last tomatoes hanging shriveled on the vines. The autumn breeze is
Cat just walked across the mixer board. I muted it just to be safe. Where's the other cat anyway? Is she in the window? She totally is. She seems to be fine just sitting there for a bit. But anyways, yeah, so like I was saying, I want to add an about section there. I never did because I always feel awkward figuring out what to actually put in there. But at the same time, I've also been feeling that it's necessary. I typed up a message to put in my Now Live channel in Discord, and then I never actually put that in. I just sent that now, kind of late. There's something else that I wanted to do. Oh, right, music. I want to add a little panel here to give credit, especially now that I've been doing a lot of music on stream. Hey, it's loud. Especially now that I've been playing a lot of music in the background in Wednesday night streams, I want to have a little panel that just lists the musicians that I commonly listen to, like Josh Woodward or Abstraction. Actually, that will help me. That will help me put on put a couple more things in the list too, because I know some artists, their terms of letting me stream their music is one of the things is have that there. Yeah, out. So yeah, I guess I'll start with, these are going to be, as far as graphics go, I'll open up Inkscape to do that, but it's going to be just simple heading, something like this here. Now she's upset with me. She's just kind of sitting on the stool, which sometimes I put that stool beside me. I'm trying to remember what was a good size for this. 320 pixels wide. A string of memories through the progress and waves. 320 pixels wide. Let's say 200 pixels high. No, that's too high. 125. Yeah, that looks like a good height. What the hell? I've never seen her sit there before. She's on one of the support beams on the bottom of my desk. Because they're big 4x4s. So I'm just going to save this file into my D drive. ADDF toxic assets. Let's say stream panels. Not sure if I'm crazy over that name, but I can't think of what else to call these generic things. I'll start with About Me. Because like a panel would be any of these, which includes the profiles, which I have in a separate folder, because I use those elsewhere as well. So let's see here. About. I'll just save that like that. And this is going to be real simple here. No stroke. Make this black or white, whichever. Make this black. Your baggage overboard. Radius of 15 by 15. The fuck? 15 by 15. Oh god. 0, 0, 320 by 250. 125 even. And I think that messed with the radiuses, yeah. Somehow I got to 2. 15 by 15. Thank you. They're just kind of playing with each other back there now. You know what? This feels kind of tall still. Let's see here. Actually, let me rename that layer to backing. And then I'll add a new one called text. You and me here. So I'll make this red, because that fits my theme. And it will be that, because that fits my theme. Are you in or are you not? And that is my font, because that fits my theme. And actually that is a good good size, so I'll keep that. You made it! She keeps looking up like she wants to jump up. She doubts herself. So yeah, let's save that. Export that. And maybe I'll just add it in here just to... just to see. How's my stream doing? Okay, it's still doing good. I know I've had some issues with drop frames lately, and I just had this brilliant idea to render a video while streaming. And if it was a CPU problem, then that probably wasn't a great idea. Where did I put that now? Assets, stream panels, about. Drag that there, done. I think that tile is gonna mess with me, but stay low, please. What else do I want to put here? Position in... I was watching the... No, Yeah, get out. Get down. Come here. Sometimes an artist in other art forms tends make other forms of art. I like that better. Okay, turn off edit mode, see how that looks. And like I suspected, that would show up there, which is not what I want, so eat that. And now that I'm looking at that compared to that, it should be smaller. So let me just turn this text down to 64. Yeah, that should do. Only just bags of water. Actually, you know, not that you know, the Canadian stereotypes are kind of ridiculous sometimes, but I still tend to go along with them. What are you doing? I want you to create a text box, okay? And then I want you to type in it. Right? You understand this concept, right? Yeah, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to make a box so that I can tell you where your boundaries are. Anyways, that's what I was trying to say about Canadian stereotypes. So if you if you try correcting me to say a boot, I'll go along with it. Oh. There are problems with the font sizing. That's why that keeps happening. But I want to do the center rather than left align. Slice it pie. Put it down at the bottom. And then I can... I don't know about the cat sometimes. So what size is that? That is a height of 57, so let's say 60. I don't know how I just zoomed in that far. I've known. Height of 60. That was never... Cool. Export that, replace it. Edit. Put the new one in. Submit. Nope. Fragile computer. Stay away. She's the kind of cat that tends to not mind if I do stuff like that. Of course, whenever the camera's on, she's really bitchy about it, and I don't know why that is. Because twice I've done that on camera, and she just whines. Right, so that's all done. So how do I... Oh, there it is. Get out of here. It needs to be a bit taller. I probably should open this to see how tall it was in there. That would be smart. Because it's probably the same height as these, too. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'll go with the profiles. A document here. Yeet. Yikes is what I actually meant to say there. Millimeters is not going to help me. 118. Kind of a weird number. Don't save. And no compass. I'll do 115. It'll be close enough. And I need to make the document. Oop, nay. That high as well. 115. then I can put that more in the center. It's a little bit high. See if I can snap the corners. Well, no, apparently not, because it's just not even giving me the handle there. That is the weirdest thing. Oh, that's perfect. So perfect that I couldn't find it. It looks a little bit low, but that's because of the way the font is. I'm going to accept that. Yeah, what about it, Aaron? So, let's try putting that in. Did I not just say to hide because I don't want any of you? Oh, that totally says a boo, doesn't it? See, that looks too high, and I don't. That's weird. I wonder if I change the height of these afterwards. That does look too high here. Why do I keep doing that? Let's try 100. Did I just caps like I did? Exist, unexpressed. Close when completed. Save. Need to go to edit mode first. I feel like it's still a little bit too tall. It just looks like it. So let's try 75. First I need to change the document size to 75 height. To be a land that's called reality, you'll find me there. Right, edit. Some of these things are just weird, you know. Some of these extensions. Any news? Cool. I like that. I kind of want to mention that I'm from Canada. It just feels awkward anyway that I can think of writing it. Also, that should be the first thing. Which just makes all those really weird order, but anyways, knock that off my list. Actually, I'll just say just writing notes to myself for writing stuff. And I guess I'll do music next. Let me save as this. Everyone is everywhere. No one seems to get up from their chair. I'll say music. Actually, I wonder if I could Add an icon. Because I could put like an I there, like info, and a music note here. I think this is fine for now. You know you're not allowed up there. Now I can't type. Right, so this one should be relatively simple because it's same except different text, and that's the only difference. Unplug for the day. And I just need to upload it here. Add that image. Hey, she figured out how to get in by herself. To listen to on music on stream. Also like to other while working on projects. Following artists, some of look like a cat dropped something from her mouth. You'll probably find if I'm listening to music, it's probably by one of these artists. And then I have a list here. Like obviously Josh Woodward. I'll actually alphabetize this. Abstraction. Where'd I put that list? Because I can't keep track of the music I have available for stream sometimes. Yeah, abstraction. C14, Varian. Weird noises. That is not how you spell Varian. Okay. And I'll just do these few for now. Let me just grab their links so I can copy them in. I could get a cat cam, but the cats are moving around too much. There's nowhere down here that they really sleep. They just kind of run around a lot. Right, so I was trying to grab that. C14. She knows she's not supposed to be up there too. Josh Woodward, your link looks like this. Variant doesn't really have a homepage exactly. It's actually been a while since I've played his music on here. So I'll just do it like that. Let's see how that looks. Oh, those don't automatically create links. Supports Markdown. And I can't remember how to do Markdown. Why? Why? It goes to Twitch help for whatever reason. No, I wanted... See, now it's not asking me to log in for that. Like, I just wanted to remember how to do a link. It doesn't even have that on this page. Oh, also, that just got lost. Yeah, anyways. It's just sniffing my workbench. Enough. I guess she would be on camera if my head wasn't in the way. Right, so the other things, just move on from that for now. The other things that I want to do here, I'm going to do another save as. Added preliminary panel and get off the workbench, please. Nope, I just full screen that. And initial artists. This is saved. See if I can show her. No, this. I didn't give myself enough cable. It's just lying on the floor. What was I looking for? I was looking for these. Oh yeah, styles is what I was calling it. So the basic idea here is glass. If I do the circle with a stroke and no fill, a touch would be. I feel like yellow makes sense. But it also doesn't exactly fit with my theme properly. See if I can make this look right in magenta. The basic idea is, instead of having this here, I want to kind of have a few panels to say if you're looking for this kind of stream, this is when you can find it. And that will go a little bit deeper than just these two very quick and honestly kind of bad descriptions. So like this, if you're looking to just chill out, hang out, and maybe even work on something, I don't try to make people fall asleep, but I'm not exactly over hyper in the stream. So I might have something like a heading like that to say that, after the 2-hour track challenge premiered, then maybe you can find something like that. If you want to see me game, come see me on the weekends, whether that be Saturday or Sunday. If you want to see me do the 2-hour track challenge premiere, which I can even explain it there, then Wednesdays at 7, sort of thing. Actually, let's escape. Let's set this to right align. And this backing would be more like that. I'll make a new text here. Oh. My God. Why does it keep doing this? I want you to be red, please. And I want you to be my font. That one there. Oh, and this will need to be up higher because it needs to be within the image. So backing will actually be handle. Let's try 150, 125. Let's probably just check the height of this thing. 114, 115. 120. Get a little bit of padding at the top there. Maybe even move it into that padding. And then center that. Put that back in place. Now that it's not directly on the black anymore, it looks kind of weird. Maybe I make it black. Now it looks like a keychain. The silhouette of a keychain. Because my concept is, I want to have an image here as well. Which, what are you doing? Hated when my words were locked in cages. Actually, let me duplicate this text layer, put it inside the text layer, and then on the text layer, I'll delete the text. And the text copy layer, I'll name it relax. And that's just so that I can show and hide each of these names. I will if I need to re-export one of them. And then for image here, I'll say I'll add a layer called relax again. Context. And then for right, I guess I can't have two layers of the same name even if they're in a different sublayer. So relax T and relax I. And relax I, I'll do like a I should grab my tablet for this. give a little bit more handmade feel, which is kind of what. No, what are you doing? Stop that. She figures out that I don't want her on the workbench, so she just reaches onto the workbench to grab and play with stuff on there. Because that's totally not against the rules, right? Right, so let me just do something like... Off the monitor. Your claws are sharp, get them clipped. Sometimes she likes sitting beside me if I put that, if I put the bar stool there, so I'll put it there. I can't adjust those. Oh, damn town. 5 pixels, give it that cap. This thing here. You know this. I want to split this into 2. Oh, don't you go now. It's just like falling asleep upside down in my arms. The whole damn town. I want to split. Yeah, I want to split that, but I probably should have done that earlier because I don't know how to do that now. Looks like she's gonna climb on top. Got 2 guitar cases leaned against the wall, and she climbs right on top of them. They're gonna fall over. This is why I don't let them down here when I'm not down here as well, because I really gotta keep an eye on them for things like that. Oops, that is a terrible Z. And one more. Oh, let's go this way. Yeah, grab all those. Make it 5 pixels wide. Give it that color. Give it that cap. Give them a better position within each other. I should put the image under the handle. And just slightly offset so that they're still somewhat clear what they are. But I don't want those to be too close like that. No. Right. She's just whining like she's unhappy at everything now. I'll do a bunch of these and then I'll... This is probably going to be a cat where she's not supposed to be. I guess I gotta keep in mind that this can be light theme or dark theme, and probably a lot of people are gonna be on dark theme. That's something I guess I never really thought about here at all. Cause I'm a light theme kind of person. It's not quite pure black, so there's still a difference for sure. But at the same time, this is what I always do. Just black, no border, as a background. So it really fits. Except for, I guess there's gray behind, but I can't really add the gray all that reliably here. But anyways, let me add another layer. For the 2-hour track challenge premiere. Part of me yearns like an ember it burns. And that one's going to be a rather easy image. Because I already made it. It's just massive compared to that. Because this is also the same thing that goes in the videos. Oh, that's not showing the star. You up. And then I need a text. Oh. HTCPT. Just shorten the name of it. So the other one's hidden, so I can say 2-hour challenge premiere. Make that whole bunch smaller so that it actually fits. It's not too small that you can't read the thing. Still needs to be a bit smaller. 24. No. 22. Yeah, that'll do. But this here, since I fucked up the spacing on this font, needs to go in a separate thing. Scream like a tween. Watch enough, you mumble it in your sleep. Rock out on a broom and mangle some tunes. It's jam things till the afternoon. Right, so I'll make that as a heading. You know, I think I like this. I wonder, because I feel like the magnifying glass should be yellow here, because that's what it's supposed to be. What the? There it is. But that looks terrible in light theme. It also looks terrible against this. Me, sir. which I'm sure I could do things about. Actually, can I merge a layer in Inkscape? I don't think so. Let me copy that to here. See if I put it back in the same place. Somewhere around there. And then I can delete this layer and make this into one single magnifying glass layer. Yeah, that'll do. And then, now that it's in the same layer, if I take these and oh shoot, you know what? Right, so now that's a path. If I set it back to, yeah, okay, that's the shape I want. That I can union. Because before it was trying to do the circle, like that was just technically just an outline, and it did the circle as in the fill, which is not what I wanted. But anyways, now I can delete that. Maybe that wasn't quite the best idea. That's definitely not the best idea either. God, I tried. I want to make that straight. Maybe if I grab that. That seemed to work. And this is now the same object, just like it looked as it was before. So let me just do that here. Delete that. Make that a bit more even. But now if I add a stroke to this and it's yellow and it's like 1 pixel, ooh, I like this. Move it just inside, like not right on the edge, but inside, just barely. I like that, and I think that will show up good on dark theme as well. I might do that for these other panels as well. Just add that 1 pixel wide magenta theme or magenta border. Heard a noise. The cat's just lying on the rug staring at me. So that said, let's continue making these things. What else did I want? Gaming. Rename. Gaming eye. What kind of? I don't think I really have any pictures that I like to put in gaming. Like I have that, but that's not the picture that I want. It's probably something I should make my own style of. It is like 9 o'clock already, and I thought for sure this would be a quick thing, but then again, The reason this is kind of a more relaxed, tends to be more relaxy style is I don't want to duplicate that actually. I want to duplicate the relaxed one because it's better size. Oh no, why'd you go there? Gaming eye. Cat cam. Lost my train of thought. Yeah. The reason I say Wednesday might be a little bit more relaxy style is because like I'm half asleep by this point, and I keep losing my train of thought. So I don't have the energy to yell at zombies right now. Shut up, Kelly. So anyways, to that point, that's... Why did I copy... I don't want to copy the image. I want to add a layer, gaming eye, and I want it as a sublayer of that. The text I will duplicate. And I'll call that gaming T. Hide the relax one, unlock the gaming T, and change the text. Put it in a better spot. G is one of those letters that is a lot smaller than everything else. One of those characters in this font. Cool. But I'm not going to worry about the image just quite yet. I'll have to think on that. I guess there's something else I could put in my about is to look for these things. She's pushing away from me, yet she's purring. What else do I want to put in? I'm thinking like random questions. Stop. Like if you want to, somebody wants to. I've had times where people just ask random questions like what do you think about this piece of software or whatever. I don't know that I want to put that down there. I don't know. I'll just go with these three for now, except one of them's kind of missing its image. But let me, I'll just export these. Wasn't built in a day. Oh, export those two, and I'll get them uploaded in here. I'm gonna remove this too. Oh no, how did I lose my spot? I gotta press the add image button first. Done. My Wednesday. streams by recording a 2-hour track challenge premiere. I like to just sort of write the same sort of intro I do it during the premiere. So focus on the cats, and I'm not paying attention to missing out the letters in that word. See what I can make that time limit. 2 hours. Chance to experiment with styles that I can have a chance to with other projects. During the premiere, I nope. Play the song publicly for the first time. Then take a look back at how I made the song, what inspired it in the first place. I kind of want to make a comment. I don't know quite how to word it yet, but about like you can make comment. You can say make comments about what's going on, but I try to keep the conversation on topic. To comment about the song or ask questions about certain elements. Or suggest a title. Is airing live. I don't know if I need to mention that it'll keep it on topic. I just do that, I guess. Or at least, at the very least, I won't, probably won't respond. Like, I don't know, I don't really have much of an audience. But like if somebody came in and asked me about for device buying a router or something, you know, that's gonna have to wait. Only half an hour though, because yeah, you're not supposed to be there. Because that after half an hour, that kind of gets to this point, which is, you know, just kind of working on things, and you know, I don't mind getting distracted by questions like that. I do this to chat and get some work done at the same time. Oh, well, the cat scratched me. That's why I'm so itchy. That cat's going crazy. I needed to add another one here. What the fuck is wrong with those two? Hey, Kirok, I was just talking about you. Yeah, I was just mentioning the time you came in and asked me for advice buying a router. Because I'm setting up these stream panels for um like instead of having a schedule down at the bottom, which I used to have, um I want to have instead a just sort of the separate panels that have things that can be done and then when that can be done, because I know my stream is kind of varied in its feel. Like right now it's just kind of chill and chat, and I'm working on something but I'm half asleep because it's 9 o'clock and I should be going to bed sometime within the next hour maybe. um and so it tends to be a little bit more relaxing versus 11 p.m. for you, yeah. Versus on the weekends when I'm gaming, if a zombie jumps out at me, I might scream, and it's not a time to fall asleep. So it's a little bit more varied, than Hammy's stream in that regard. And I was starting to feel like I didn't have a clear distinction of when you can relax and when I might scream at a zombie. So that's where this sort of idea came from. Wednesday evenings, after I record the 2-hour... I like to casually... Oop, that is not even close to casually. Oh no! What? Is everything okay? I casually work on... Okay, cool. I don't know why I assumed the worst when I saw that message. Casually work on projects while... Oh yeah, okay. Ugh. Yeah, I have this... I set up this schedule for myself, and I want to do this regularly. I want there to be sort of a confidence that you can find me and chat with me at least at these times a week, and sometimes you'd have to cancel though, and I always feel bad about that. Who are you recommending to me? I always look at that and never recognize that name. Chatting about whatever. Close to bedtime. Probably already worked for 8 hours. This might be a bit more relaxing of a stream to work on your own projects. Oh, okay. I haven't been following Switch news, so it's a brand new model of Switch. I almost want to say fall asleep here, but at the same time, I fear that I'm gonna scream at my code and wake somebody up. Maybe I should try harder to not scream at my code. It is, but it's exactly the same. Oh, interesting. Okay. These are usually more relaxing. Yeah, that does suck. Submit. Let's see how these look. Cool. Oh, that looks a little bit bunched up. Because I know I wrote a lot there. I tried fixing it with multiple paragraphs, but I think I need an extra space there. I think that will, if I remember Markdown correctly. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, and then I also want to add another one for gaming, but I don't have the icon for it yet. Maybe I'll just add, export it anyway. Oh, I wanted to see what this looked like in dark theme. Dark theme. You know, I know these don't show up very well. I forgot about dark theme until after I made them. These as well. That's a big undertaking to update all those, though. But because it's the same on all three. Yeah. Yeah, like maybe you're expecting it to work better. It's just the way switches are. Oh, interesting. That sounds like something Rurik would say. Yeah, I'm gonna outline these for sure. I must be like one of the few people in the world that prefers light theme. Even though I don't have an icon for this yet, I want to get this exported. Oh, only on Twitch. Interesting. Yeah, I can understand it in Twitch. Like when I used a theater mode for a while, which I guess I can't use without the that, and that's always in dark theme. There's no way to get rid of that. That amuses me way too much when I do that. Echo, echo, echo. Into shine. Discord is the one thing that I use light mode or dark theme on. Okay. All right. Try to have. And it's usually gaming. When the cat gets worn out, she's so still that you can barely see her breathing. And she's also quite solid.
Shed a tear, 'cause for a time we had it all.
Yeah, I can't see her breathing there. I can see it in real life, but just barely. And I'm usually playing a game. Been going through some single-player games lately, particularly older ones. I have been thinking about seeing if I can get a second stream in on the weekends, maybe in the mornings, and have it, or one of the mornings, on the other day than I do my afternoon stream. In an on Saturday afternoon. So if I keep on doing Saturday afternoon streams, I've been thinking about starting up a Sunday morning stream and start playing games that don't have a specific end. Games like Minecraft or Sims 4. But at this point, I don't have that, so I'll just keep the text to what I have right now. And the way I did this is, it's not in the image, so I don't need to go into Inkscape and re-export it. That's a little bit of a pain. It's a little bit easier to do this, here. Dark theme. Okay, one thing I'm gonna change there. Habits you can't breathe. Is behind the image. I'm going to add image backing, and because I want this to always be white. So slightly stale but lonely. Because I think the dark mode showing up in behind that is just feels like unnecessary bleeding of the style. Yeah, export that one. For when we met. I'll just export all of them. Style, relax. Height. And then to HTTP. Right, so this one here, again, I'll get the proper icon there later. This one here, you can't even see the change. Let's do this one here. All right, submit. Get an image on this. And I'll just put that in there. Especially since it errored out anyway. Maybe revisit. Yeah, I like that. Worn out shirt that's soiled with dirt. Alright, I should lock that layer. Let you let me down. Then I was gonna fix those to have a little magenta outline, so that it shows up a little bit better. Then I should probably do that here as well, but later. You know. Leather and some leather. What am I doing? Open. Thank you. A boat. Oh, I'll fix the Canadian joke too. Not as crazy about that as I thought I'd be. Control E is not what I wanted. Pixels 1 away. And that's a little bit bigger than the image now. So what size was that? Why do you show up there? I don't get it. 75. Dingbat. That's not what you wanted. Get out of there. 0, 0, 320 by 75. I think the radius has changed again. For whatever reason it does that. Why is that there? 320 by 75. Excellent. Welcome back, Hirok. I'm going to copy that because it kind of changed quite a bit. I didn't export that, did I? Wait, maybe I did. I did. It's hard to see because it's so small. Music. Crap, I can't paste it from the other document. That would have been too easy. Stroke style, 1 pixel of color magenta. Fix this. Fix this. Make sure this is still fixed. It is. Excellent. Close when complete. Replace it. Close that. Save and close. Cool, now I just need to update that again. About. Oh, Twitch channel is my primary location for hosting online live events, which come in many forms. Looking for a specific event. Okay, sure thing. Oof. Sleep in the daytime. Or stream. Some headers down here with icons in circles. You are not allowed up there. Please don't go up there. You can come here. Let's explain the general general schedule that you she's on the keyboard. Which may be looking for. Something went wrong, please try again. Why? Let me try again then. You'd think that if you detect that something went wrong and that I should try again, you should actually enable the button so that I can try again. You know, this is only UX 101 or something. There's a little tiny hole right there and I just saw the cat face. That one should be good for now. This is everything. Right, hi. Probably saw her tail there. Rubbing up against my face. Dark mode. See how it looks now. Oh yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna put my tablet away before she drops it again and rips the wire right out of it. One December, when I was so delicate. I remember like today. You surrendered to separate and flee from fate and shatter everything you know. So what? No, that's not a toy. And it's not yours. And she's walking over that keyboard, so she might send y'all a message. Oh, the chat box isn't even focused. Man, now that I see this, I want to update that. But it's just such a big undertaking. And it affects more than just this too. That's the thing. It's not always against white or black. Like sometimes it's against gray. Oh wait, does this go in here? Yeah, I told you I don't want you up there. So come down. Stay out. This cat doesn't like her, doesn't like people telling her what to do. If you don't want her to go somewhere, sometimes you just gotta hold her back until she gives up. She's really strong too. Now I'm gonna have cat hair all over my office. Anyways, yeah, I think that's gonna be all that I'm gonna do for this for now. I'm gonna write a comment here. With 3. Need an image. I feel like there's something else I was thinking of doing. Oh, right. Panel for... I'm going to do some of those for... hack and to hack art streams. And then I'll let you in. I'm just writing notes to myself in my own personal thing. I can't put that on screen just because it's it does have a little bit of sensitive data on it, so I don't want to show that to the world. Josh Woodward's singing about bees buzzing, and there's a strange buzzing noise going on. Are you making buzzing noises in here? Oof! Ran into a stool. Darling, I'm stuck to you, but I'm cozy and I don't want to wiggle. Okay, this finished, so I can close that. What are you doing? Seriously, cat. 5. There are some weird noises coming from that curtain. And I don't know how to answer them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here because I should be going to bed and sometime soon, and oof, done doing the stuff that I was doing. So let me just see here. I have no idea what that buzzing is, but it is the weirdest thing. Yeah, the cat just stepped on my foot. Good thing her claws weren't out. Part of me wants to try, like, uploading... Stupid cat, stop it. Relax. Don't make me pull you out of there. Yeah, so thanks for watching, chatting, hanging out, chilling, do what you do. I'm not going to stream this weekend, actually, because Edmonton Expo's going on, and I'll be there a lot. Other than that, I'll see you around. Have a good life. Catch y'all later.